Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another episode of The Chin Plays. We're back in Torchlight II with our engineer Grandpa and his honey badger Theodore. Last time we left off after we've reached the Asterian Enclave, and we already got ourselves our next quest, which tells us that we have to go to the Wellspring Temple in the temple steps and find Commander Vale, because it turns out the alchemist is up to something and he might be doing something over in that Wellspring Temple. We're not sure yet. Before I head out and kill more monsters, a few things about the last video. If you watched the last video, which I hope you did, you might have noticed that I'm still new at this kind of videos. You could hear that in the audio, like hearing myself exhale a lot. You could notice that some of the clips weren't edited very well. So, yeah, still learning how to do this kind of stuff. So, trying to make it better this time, but we'll see how it goes. Also, I discovered a few things about the game. First of all, I noticed that my Fraps doesn't record loading screens. That isn't too bad, but it might have been weird that I've talked about the loading screens in the last video. I'm still trying to figure out why that is the case, but I won't be talking about the loading screens anymore then, which I think is not too bad. Next to that, I discovered that in Torchlight 2, you can't transmute embers. You know, just get better ones in the course of the game. At least that's one of the things one of the loading screens told me. If you know better, please tell me so. Alright, with that said, let's head out into the temple steps and find the Wellspring Temple. As you can see, I have a big hammer at the moment, and Theodore is still with me. There's a fishing hole over here. In Torchlight 2, you can go fishing. For all the people who play a hack and slay RPG to not kill monsters, Runic Games was so kind to insert the possibility of fishing. Yes, if killing monsters is too hardcore for you, you can just go fishing. Well, it might sound silly, but it's actually pretty cool, because you can catch fish, which you can feed to your pet, which turns him into some cool kind of monster. I hope I can demonstrate to you, so let's go to the fishing hole. You just have to click it, and then you have to click this button at the right time, which is now. And I caught myself a goldfish. If I recall correctly, the goldfish is pretty useless. Let's look at it. Not pet food, just sell it. Gee, thanks. Damn it. Alright, let's give it another try. Fishing hole, throw my rod in there, and click. Give me something good, give me something good. A webfish, see, that's what I'm talking about. So, I have a webfish now, which transforms my pet into a spider. Oh, I hate spiders. Have I mentioned that I'm like somewhat, you know, suffering by arachnophobia? Not in games though. In games you just smack those beasts up. But to demonstrate you how this works, I'm just gonna feed this to my pet, and it's one ugly ass spider now. Every kind of monster you can turn into has its own special abilities. If I recall correctly, the spider can sling some webs, which slows down opponents. There's other creatures, but you can't get the best fishes from these fishing holes. You have to head out into the wild to get the best fish and the best and coolest creatures. So maybe we stumble upon a few this time, and we see how that goes. This guy has an additional quest. He tells me if I'm heading out to the temple steps anyway, he could use my help. There's Stormbeorn, or how you pronounce that, up there, who have made a makeshift smithy, and he wants their armor schematics. And he would give me some armor for that. Probably built from the schematics I'm gonna find him. Why not? Let's go out there. I can leave the Asterian Enclave here. I would like to talk about the loading screens, but you probably won't be seeing them. Really, if someone knows why that is the case, send me a message. Could be something of my graphics card or something, I don't know. Okay, I'm in the path of the honored dead. There's no TH in their market. So rocks, health potion, waypoint scroll, and there's me some skeletons. Oh yeah, hitting them skeletons. Oh, we're starting this session pretty well. Fire amulet, storm beyond belt. I didn't have a belt yet. Skeletons are such a standard stock of fantasy. I mean, undead in general. I haven't played a fantasy game in the last years that didn't feature them. Really, let me think about it. Did Dragon Age have the undead? In a way, if I could remember correctly. World of Warcraft has them. Guild Wars 2 has them. Even the mother of all fantasy, Lord of the Rings, has them. And I don't mind. They make cool villains. Why did that golden chest explode? That's pretty nasty. You make a cool chest and you put a trap in it. Nasty. Okay, but it has gloves and a sparked ember spec. Hey, there's a new quest here. Have to go in there, get the scroll of Anom Iraq, and she will give me some rewards as well. It's cool. As you can see, this will also give me fame. So, what's fame? Well, I will tell you. You can see that you progress in levels, which is pretty normal, but you also progress in fame. And each fame level gives you a new kind of title. You start as unrecognized, and you go to, I think, something like legendary or super damn awesome. And every time you increase in fame, you get a skill point. So next from getting skill points and attribute points from leveling, you also get skill points from, you know, getting fame, getting more famous. So yeah, that's fame. And I have to go down here for that quest. I will, because I'm badass. Yeah, but talking about the undead. So they are everywhere. Really, simply everywhere. I mean, I couldn't think of a suitable replacement for them. I like smacking skeletons and zombies, and I think these days they're just some kind of also a thing of style if you think about it. The undead are just cool. Vampires have always been cool, and zombies have become cool. I mean, since the days of classic horror movies with zombies, they've been cool. And I don't know, all that stuff. But I'm wondering, why not make a fantasy game completely without them? If you can name one, I would be happy to hear of it. Damn it, and these guys are hitting hard. Shouldn't be talking this much. It should, like, watch my HP or something. Or maybe you like seeing me die. I don't know what kind of stuff you're into. I'm not into dying. Dying is kind of permanent, at least in real life. So, let's see about that. Bring that up. Oh, there's a champion. Oh. Say, leveled up. Shotgonne. That's an interesting way of spelling shotgun. Shotgonne. Ah. Probably French, like, ah, mais oui, c'est une shotgun. Shotgun. Ah, très bien. You need to identify the shotgun. Ah, très bien, une fiery flintlock shotgun. Très bien. Ah, if you are une French engineer, then you might use it, but you are not French, you just use a primitive hammer. Yeah, and I'm damn proud of it. Alright, smack him up with this non-French hammer. Arming sword. Wait, what is an arming sword? Am I not armed with every sword? I'm pretty damn armed if I have any kind of sword. I don't need a specific arming sword for that. Right. There's a hell lot of undead here. Shrines! We know those from most hack and slay games. They give you temporary boosts. In this case, they give me mana regen, which is great, because I can go around and smack things up without worrying about my mana. So far I'm liking to play the engineer entirely melee, and I'm good with just using my flame hammer skill. I did some reading. I mean, I want to know what I'm talking about. And this chest is biting me. That's terrible. It shouldn't do that. Anyway, Seems that the engineer is actually very popular in multiplayer because it can be a really supporting class, really tanky, even having some healing abilities, which is typical for me that I choose the class that is into healing. I do that in every game. Even in shooters where I can play a supporting class, I'll play the medic or something. I can't escape it. It's like my destiny to be the greatest healer the world has ever seen. I'm trying to play other classes, really, trust me. I'm forcing myself in every game to play something I'm not used to, you know, getting out of my comfort zone. But I just end up not enjoying them as much. I just like knowing that I'm needed, that people want me to be there. And if you're just your run-of-the-mill DPS, you're replaceable. I mean, there's a million people who can hit things, but there's just a handful of people who can fix problems. And I'm a fixer. I'll fix people up. I don't beat them up. Okay, in this game I do, but I'll fix them up. Alright, there's some more of these slimes, which are actually pretty annoying, and I remember that on higher difficulties they are pretty deadly, because I'm a moron, I walk into the poison they leave behind, and I don't notice I'm standing in the green stuff, and suddenly I'm dead. And I'm like, WTF, why I'm dead? But on normal difficulty, they're not that problematic. So I can afford talking and standing in the stuff without being immediately turned to ashes by it, or consumed by it, or whatever that poison does. Smacking urns. This makes me think of playing Zelda. Every time I smack urns or pots or cut hedges, I feel like I'm Link. Like I'm back in A Link to the Past, which is, by the way, the best Zelda game in existence, and there's no arguing that. If you try to argue that, you obviously don't know anything about video games. So it's always nice that you can smack pottery in this kind of games. Oh, I still haven't spent a skill point and 5 stat points. Maybe should do that, because the game just told me I'm on my way to the Fallen Guardian, and it sounds like something bad. Heavy lifting. Your skill with giant weaponry allows you to attack faster and adds a chance to stun your foes. Yep, gimme that. And where should I drop my points? I could use some more strength, because more damage equals more fun. So, where is this Fallen Guardian? I want to meet him. He sounds badass, and if it sounds badass, it probably has badass loot. Let's see. I hit that up. Nice rain. Oh, you're still... Those... That's what I call devotion. A single hit with the hammer? Oh, well, I'm not dead yet. I'll crawl after you and I bite your axe off. Legs. Not your axe. That's perverted. Chin, really. What up with that? Alright. These are annoying. They just grab corpses and create more of themselves. Hey, looks like I leveled again. Okay. I don't mind. Giving me some more heavy lifting. Gathering XP still pretty fast, but I'm just level 5. That will probably change later on in the game. I don't mind fast leveling. I bitched and moaned about it back in the days in World of Warcraft. When they started changing the leveling curve, I was one of the people who was like, hey, you can't do that. I mean, leveling should be a challenge and all, and you need it to be like taking super duper long and all that stuff. But in retrospect, I don't know why I thought that leveling is that important. I mean, if the fun of a game is in the end game, why keep people from it? Why have them wait long for it? You want people to have fun in your game, so why make it hard for them to reach the fun part of the game? So yeah, I don't know how it is in Torchlight 2 if there's some kind of big end game. I assume there is. There is a form of end game in most hack and slay games, even if it's just gathering fat loots and, you know, doing the same thing you did while leveling, which you essentially do in most RPGs. It's a repetition of, you know, doing what you do since leveling. But I digress. Still here looking for that fallen guardian. He's hiding out somewhere. And I really want to kill him. Looks like he is around here. Alright, this is getting serious. Oh, he's walking there. Alright, he does this kind of thing. I do my kind of thing. Actually, I think I can just tank this guy, just standing in front of him, smacking my hammer at regular intervals. Smacking him that, and he's gone. But there's another named mob here. Wraith Drinker is a champion undead and summons Shroud Wings, which is annoying because Shroud Wings teleport. And if there's one thing I can't stand, it's teleporting minions. Unidentified helmet, mana potion, health potion, gold. Oh, damn it, I love gold. He dropped. Oh, yeah, right. Purple is not epic in this game. It's a quest item. You have completed a quest. Yeah, I have to talk to an NPC to get my quest reward, which is kind of logical. Thank you very much, game. Lumber-axe. Bam. Ah, no. We're not leaving any gold behind. There's another chest here. Spell, lumber-axe, and a light cap. And it's good to know that at the end of every dungeon, there's a portal back to the surface. And it actually teleports me right next to the guy who gave me the quest. Thanks. Actually, it's a gal, not a guy. You should really cover up your breasts more. Okay, this is actually better than what I'm having. So I'm taking it. Theodore, thanks for killing my enemies. Saves me a lot of work. I need to be level 13 for this, or have dexterity 13. We'll see about that. I was actually trying to look for... No, I'm gonna do that when I get back to town. Alright. Slaughtering all these people. Slaughter your world. Oh, Richard, this would be a game for you. Nobody cares about, you know, the fact that you slay things. People think it's okay. Nobody complaining about the fact that you like slaying things. Oh, that turned out to be an important mob, which I one-hitted. Maybe normal difficulty is just a bit too casual for me. Maybe it is too easy. I actually run a character at the moment on veteran difficulty, which is a lot more challenging, which you assume of veteran difficulty. And oh, it turns out that if you level up, all your unidentified items get identified for you. I should keep that in mind. That might save me some scrolls for the future. Health potion, mana potion... Nah, I can leave that trash lying around. Nope, don't even bother crawling out of those graves. More of that. Go there. Actually wondering if Theodore has a hard time following me around because I just walk from here to there. What would my honey badger think right now? I mean, alright, we already established that he doesn't give a damn because he is a honey badger, but what would be going through his mind? Why did he decide to follow me? What did I do to win the loyalty and love of such a magnificent creature? Did I save it from certain death, which seems unlikely because honey badgers never face certain death? Oh, a lich grave. Izilthirith. Wait, what is it with fantasy names? That's one of the trends that was started by Tolkien. He was like, elves and all other fancy creatures in my novels need to have fancy names. And somehow everyone copied that. Oh, there was a trap in that chest. I don't mind. I'm cool. So, it's actually ridiculous. If you look at the Lord of the Rings, and especially if you look at the mythology of Middle-earth, there's just so many complicated names in there. I mean, the Warcraft lore does it as well. I mean, I think that Kel-Tuzad is a pretty ridiculous name. I would call him Kelly every day. Just imagine authors doing that. Like, going like, hey Kelly, what's up? I think Kel-Tuzad would get pretty annoyed. But if I were authors, I would do it because I would be the Lich King anyway. I would call anyone how I would want to call him. But I digress. Yeah, I'm stuck on the loading screen, that's what I'm talking. But you probably can't see that. Alright, I still have a skill point left. More into my flame hammer. Should I actually bother with that? Oh, I'm actually not gonna bother with it. I'm gonna drop it into vitality. There's waypoints. We know waypoints from every hack and slay game. So, as you might have seen by now and noticed by now, it's pretty standard so far. It's what you would expect from a hack and slay game. Nothing more, nothing less. With some twists, of course. Some really minor twists. Like, for example, the fact that you have a pet and that you can then send it to town and that you can transform it. There's fishing. Oh, talking about fishing, there is one of these fishing holes out in the open here. You see that these promising fishing holes just have a limited amount of attempts. Thank you, Theodore, for that. But most of the time, they also yield better fish. So you better make sure that you click that button at the right time. Let's go fishing here. Alright. Whoop. Hope I clicked it not too soon. Woohoo! I even caught an item. Oh, my inventory is full. Alright. We'll take care of that later. Yup. Second attempt. I caught a war snout. That sounds like I fished up a pig, not a fish. Varmint Singe. Yeah, can't fit in my inventory, that's why they dropped next to me. That's nice. I have Theodore pick him up. Unidentified pet tag. And that's one of the kind of items that you can give your pet. They can have 2 tags and 1 color. So they can get nifty things like extra damage or health absorption. I don't know. Vampiric spider egg. I mean, yeah, turn my pet into a spider. And a webfish. So you might notice that I'm having Theodore running around for those, because my pet, if I shift click an item, my pet will pick it up and it will go immediately into the pet inventory. It's also nice if you're just a lazy boss and you see an item lying all the way over there, you just do shift click. Your honey badger will run over there and pick it up. And I'm saying that your honey badger, not your pet, because every sensible player in the world would pick the honey badger. Or the alpaca. Yeah. If you picked the alpaca, I would understand that, because alpacas are pretty cool as well. Would be cool if you could ride your pet. Not that I want to ride Theodore, he's too small, but if I had an alpaca, I would love to ride my alpaca. I would ride it everywhere. Yeah, I'm already leaving the beast horns again. Fisherman's lantern. Before I investigate that, I'm just gonna go back to town. And I'm gonna sell some stuff. And I'm gonna tape the Fisherman's Lantern level. I think I remember that. I think I already played that. And after that, I think we're done for the day. Oh, that's an upgrade. That's an upgrade. I don't want to have a... No, I don't want to have a bow. I'm gonna sell it. Requires level 8. Can't be arsed. That's two-handed, but I don't want to have it. Well, this is actually an upgrade. This is two-handed, and damage-wise it is. Since you break enemy shields, I don't really bother with the shields. Savage lumber axe. I have to buy identification scrolls. Noticed. This is actually an upgrade. Ooh, yeah, show him those biceps, Grandpa. You look extremely fit for your age. I'm not wearing pants yet? Why am I not? Okay, now I'm wearing pants. Why was I not wearing pants? How could that happen? Alright. Sell, sell, sell. Belt of health. Whoop. That's there. Do you have identification scrolls? No, he doesn't, but I know who does. This lady over here. Yes. So, she... Really? All that's covering your boobs is your hair. Really, I don't mind naked women. Nuh-uh. But why do these people don't dress properly? Really? It's not too hard to put on a bra. Really, come on, girl. Should I buy you one? Do you have a quest that I can fetch you one from one of those monsters? Like, the epic boob holder of destiny? And would you reward me with something or so? Because this looks just silly. One gust of wind and I can see your titties. And while I wouldn't mind, but it's just not necessary. I think there are some really dangerous people around here. They would take advantage of you, girl. But, you know what, just do whatever they want. As you have identify scrolls. And I want your identify scrolls and not your boobies. Maybe I want them later. So, hang in there. Tinya, general goods vendor. I'll be back. Anyways, there's some stuff to identify. Identify. Oh, that's actually a set. Identify. I need level 11 for that, or focus 20. I'm gonna put on this helmet, which makes me look pretty damn ridiculous. But, as we all know, it's about stats, not the looks. And I'm actually gonna drop some... Oh, wait, for my other character, I put something in my shirts. This is actually... We know this all by now. You have a personal stash where you can put items, and you also have a shared stash where you can put items from all your different characters. So, I actually have a few things left here. And I'm gonna put some of these gems in there. Still put one in there. There's still some slots open. No, I don't. Well, looks like I'm good to go again. Time to get into that fisherman thingy-majiggy. And yeah, after we've seen this loading screen, which you can't see, by the way, it's marvelous. You're really missing out. This is the best feature of the game, a loading screen. Alright, okay. So, fisherman's lantern. Ooh, ghost boat. Ooh, grandpa, I am Olwyn. Who the heck is Olwyn? Oh, a quest giver. I should go to Plunder Cove and seek their leader, Captain Willie. And I have to show him what justice is. And you will give me fat loots for that. Alrighty, I'll go there to Plunder Cove. Oh, it's actually level 8 to 11. This is gonna be interesting. Alright. Gonna put on my A game. Yeah, gonna put on my A game here. Yeah, you already gave me a portal to the surface in case I want to give up already. Alright. This dude had an eye for me. Though I see what... See? An eye for an eye. Oh, we start out really nicely, right? Oh well. Bizarral. Champion on that. Popping a potion here. Yeah, I really noticed that this is normal difficulty because I'm not having a hard time killing these people. If this would have been veteran, this would have been pretty damn tough. Oh yeah, pretty damn tough. That might be an exaggeration, but I would have to do, you know, exert some more effort to be successful there. So, we're killing these guys. There's more of them here. Bam, there you go. Smacking him here. So it's pirates. So this game has pirates as well. It has undead pirates. I mean, Disney did it, so why shouldn't Runic do it? That's actually cool movies, Pirates of the Caribbean. I mean, the first one is cool, second one is and the third one is just terrible. Ugh. Wish I could unsee movies because the third one, it's just terrible. But what was brilliant about the second one was the cliffhanger at the end. I mean, Barbossa just walks down the stairs and the movie is over, and I'm like, the fuck, Disney? The fuck? You reveal that Barbossa is back and you end the movie. Alright, okay, I open a chest and everyone is like, no, don't open the chest, it's our chest, we're gonna kill you. Haven't you heard who I am? I'm the grandpa who smacks your face, so... There, no one's gonna kill me. Oh, you got a bludgeon and sturdy pants. I always love items for, you know, the low levels in RPGs. Sturdy pants. I mean, yeah, here, take these sturdy pants. They will probably protect you from the cuts these dangerous monsters will give you. Thanks. Really. I mean, the names of items later on are also pretty silly. Then at one point you start wielding legendary items in every slot of your character sheet. And it's also pretty silly, but I guess it's part of the genre. That's what people love. I mean, it's what I love. I love having named items. If I remember correctly, in Lord of the Rings Online, you can name some of your items. I don't know how it actually works, but you can... I think there's some items that you can give your own names, which I found really cool. I mean, it's cool to have an epic item, but, I mean, in the end, many people will have that epic item with that name, but wouldn't it be cool if you could just name all your items? Like, for example, I wouldn't be running around here with my Savage Warhammer. I would have Heart Crusher, the Agonizer of the Undead, or something. Something that fits what it did, or that would be really great. But I digress again. I'm still here in Plunder Cove. And I think there is One-Eyed Willy. One-Eyed Willy, that's actually a pretty damn perverted name. I mean, how did he earn that? Like, did he become a pirate after doing certain things with his One-Eyed Willy? Or am I just overthinking this issue? I'm not sure, because luckily he's not swinging his One-Eyed Willy at me. It's a sword, so... But he's still pathetic, so... Yup, you're dead. Oh, but with your dying breath, you could still summon some of these guys. I don't care. I'll hit you up. I'll hit them up. It's no problem. Mana potion, health potion. Cloth slippers, health potion. Chest. Loot all over. Make it rain, bitches. Health potion. Health potion. And another health potion. Smacking that crate up. Maybe there's something in there. And we can go back to the surface. I mean, surface. Just go back to the place this ghost boat picked me up and sent me over to Plunder Cove. Would that be something typically that happens to you in this world? That you just walk through this, you know, through these steps, and there's this ghost boat showing up and telling you to go to Plunder Cove? Who knows? Finish the quest. Here, I need more strength for that. Ah! Nah, but I wouldn't want to have that. Yeah, and I level up, which is good. Some more heavy lifting. And pumping more in that strength.